Hey, it's Gage and welcome to my stage. I have an art video for you guys planned. Well, I'm going to be drawing one of my characters. It's based off of the Plague Doctor. I'm going to be using 3 different kinds of tools in order to draw this creation for you. But I thought it'd be better if I had an opener with me talking and then switching over to the actual drawing. But since I have a green screen, I'm going to make full use of it. So I hope you guys enjoy this art video. And we're back. I covered my entire artist tray with tape. It's yellow. I thought it was green, but it's yellow. Still can chroma key it. Thought it was green. Lime green is yellow. And so what I decided to use today basically is colored granite. Black colored granite. Oh, lead actually. Sorry. I said the wrong thing. This is my granite. And this is the charcoal. Where to begin? I think we'll start with the charcoal. As I mentioned, I was drawing one of my characters. I am drawing one of my characters, which is based after the Plague Doctor during that time. And if you don't know what the Plague Doctors look like, they had these big bird masks, and they weren't the only ones that actually used them. They're just some of the most well-known ones to be using them. A lot of wealthy people would use them as well. They would have herbs and spices in the nose part that would actually help block the smell of the dead, and some people actually believe that it would also help you not get sick. I just really like bird masks. If you hear any light whispers of yelling, that's my father upstairs watching the Cowboy King. I might edit that part out if it turns out you can't hear him at all. The real decision in this drawing is whether or not I'm gonna give him a hat or a hood. Because usually I do a hat, but then sometimes I think a hood fits a lot better. And then so I'll just put a hood on him. I'll hood him. I haven't really gotten to that part yet and decided I want to hood him. Or hat him. Hat him. I don't really think the granite adds really much to the drawing other than making it more shiny. I don't know if you guys can tell. I think I'll add more of that as detail, and I'll just continue with the charcoal. Oh, I usually draw my bird mask with just big black eyes. The ones that they actually used to have glass in them. Another precaution from the plague. Unless I'm wrong and some of them were actually open, and if you can tell me otherwise, go ahead. Just don't be mean about it. Ooh. Even though I did tell myself I wasn't going to tell you too much about our character, I was going to tell you 2 things, however. One thing, the character, their name is called Weapon. The other thing, I think I actually did mention them a little bit. Anywho, the other thing is that they have a different form every time they appear. Well, not every time. Every other time or every other time they just look like a different version of them, to the point where I actually got my brother to let me give him a female form that he can appear in sometimes. I just thought that would be really funny for the other characters if one day they went to go visit him and he's just a chick, completely comfortable with it, not questioning it whatsoever. Everyone else is like, so you're a girl right now. He's, yeah, bring something to the table. I don't know if you noticed, because I did mention it, you can't see it, I probably might show it, but all of the marine life dancing around my paper. I thought that would be very interesting to watch while this was all going on. Oh, they also used to just wear like a black mask, almost like a ski mask with the face cut out for the mask to actually be on. But I always draw a weapon with bandages. He's all wrapped up. Well, they're all wrapped up, I guess you should say. Sorry about my nose, like I mentioned in the other video. It's something I'm gonna have to be dealing with here for a while, so I really hope it's not that big of a deal for you guys to also deal with. I'm trying not to sniffle too much while doing things on camera, but it's gonna happen. It's January. It's cold. My nose is just gone. It's gone. It's waging its own war. I don't think it really needs to make that much snot, but it's like, no, we do. We really do. You don't understand. We do. trying to see if I like messed up to the camera's view instead of just my view, because I can think it looks fine all I want, but if the camera is like, hey, you can still see this line and it contours wrong with everything else, I'm gonna try to shade that so it doesn't look like that. Yeah, you probably heard that. Yeah, that means the Cowboys are doing well. And if you guys don't like the Cowboys, please don't bash the Cowboys. I know what everyone says about them. They're my father's team, and they were his father's team. And in a way, they're my team as well.
Doesn't help him, you know. He's watching a TV directly above the ceiling.
Oh, I know, right? But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be leaving any of that in. I did do the apology for it. I guess it just depends on the comedy of it all. Oh, which, by the way, that second voice was Ethan. I didn't just throw my voice. He's sitting here ever so patiently, being a good boyfriend.
Someone was supposed to be done with this video before I got off work.
The way you said that was so mean. Someone!
Even though I had no idea you were going to be doing this. Yeah, no, I didn't know you were going to be doing this video today.
Oh, did I not mention?
You might have.
I think I said something to Rosie about it.
Yeah, didn't tell me though.
Alright, what do you think? Hat or hood?
I like them both. I know, I'm not really helpful, but I think I'm more partial to the hat, only because that was the first way that I'd seen it, but everyone's good with the hood too.
Alright, let's see if I can pull off a hat. The only reason why I say pull off a hat is because the way I draw them, at least the way I've learned to draw them, is you draw a circle above their head and you draw contouring lines down to the top of their brow, and then you basically jut out sideways from there and swing around for the bill of the hat as well. The only problem with that is sometimes where I think the hat sits well ends up not as well, and it looks like they just put the hat on wrong and walking around with it that way. Have you ever seen someone with a hat on just in a wrong way? You know, they usually wear it in certain ways. So let's see what we can do. Could you imagine if instead of just drawing the hat, I made a whole nother video afterwards where this just ended up, vote now in the comments, hat or hood. I mean, yeah, if you do stuff like that, like, that's a good idea, like, I guess, in a way, if people are actually watching you, but I don't know, I wouldn't do that. I would do actual polls of, like, names or stuff, you know, like, if I made a character and I didn't have a name for them, I'd be like, what should we name this character? Poll down below. And right now, it kind of looks like a fez. You know what fez means for in that 70s show? Foreign exchange student.
Oh, yeah. I did know that.
Yeah.
As soon as you said it, I was like, wait, no, I did know that.
Yeah, I knew that as well. I also read this one that was so funny that I can't believe people didn't know, and my brother was actually really funny because he thought when I told that to him, he was like, did you not know this? The reason why Patrick lives under a rock is because he has no sense. He has no common sense. Oh, same thing, but yeah, I think I messed it up. And I was like, oh yeah, I thought everyone knew that he lived underneath a rock because he's clueless, he's dumb. Because of the expression, what do you live underneath a rock? Oh, I'm liking this hat. The only real question is, how does the hat look on camera? Oh, you can't see because my paper was folded up. Oh wait, I have to show it to the camera upside down because I meant to flip the video. Yeah, I think the hat looks good. So it's time to shade it in. Shady, shady. I really do need to start drawing more. I have art projects planned for my father and one for my mother because I did not get them Christmas presents. Well, I did get my dad a Christmas present, but then he ended up giving it back to me because, as I think I mentioned in the Play-Doh video, I got him what I thought was a TV tray. Turned out to be an artist tray, and he gave it to me because I'm the artist in the family. And so I actually wanted to not only make him, but my mother a piece of art they can hang up or do whatever they wish. Like you could throw my art away when I gave it to you. It's yours now. Alright, that's what you wanted to do with it. So be it. Oh no, so blurry right there now.
Oh, you messed up.
Not really.
John messed up.
I don't really believe there's any true thing of messing up in a drawing. I believe there's giving up, though. And I say that because even if you mess up, if you continue drawing and incorporate it into your drawing or make it into something, then it's no longer a mess up. It's now just a part of the contextual piece. Let's see if I can get this. I slurred so much right there. Let's see if I can get this continue going because I'm really, really enjoying this art that I'm doing. This little art that I'm doing. Alright, now usually I just put a robe on my doctor characters, which they usually are wearing throughout the entire series, and underneath is just their entire body wrapped in bandages, even in female form or a young kid form. And so let's see if I can contour these shoulders correctly. All the snipplage! I hate the snipplage. I feel like everyone hates the snipplage. So if I'm not mistaken, that's your nose's way of removing unwanted bacteria and dust particles from your nostrils. But the thing I don't understand is why does that get worse all the time? Like every season, it's like it doesn't get better. There's no dry season where your nose just doesn't snot. Every season, you got your pollen, you got your cold, you got your reason for your nose to snot. I guess there could be other ways your nose could decide to do those things, and those could be more unfavorable. All I know is I don't really like waking up not being able to breathe out of my nose. That's kind of scary. That's why we take Mucinex. I am not sponsored by Mucinex.
Can you imagine the most random sponsorship ever with Mucinex?
Oh yeah, I totally do it too. Mucinex is pretty good. I just think they're kind of expensive.
They give you like a year supply. And you're like, okay, Mucinex is the best product ever.
I still think they're a little expensive. Give me more Mucinex. Which, by the way, I'm not advocating everyone goes out and does this, but apparently you don't need your ID to buy Mucinex. Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you are a checker.
I was like, yeah, I do work as a cashier at a store that does carry Mucinex, so therefore.
But yeah, here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. The reason why that's kind of messed up is because it has certain stuff in it that you can make bad drugs with. I don't know how to do that, or the way to do that,
Yeah.
or am I advocating to do that at all? I'm just saying that I think it's a little weird that for some reason they card you, and sometimes even try to card your kids for like alcohol, but yet I don't know, I guess like because the joke I made to Mom and Dylan, my brother, I should say, not his name, is that I guess it depends on the quantity of medicine you buy. So if like you try to go with like 4 different things of Mucinex, they're gonna flag you regardless of age. They're gonna be like, alright, why do you buy this much Mucinex? I can't let you buy this much Mucinex.
And that's why our computers are set to have limits.
Oh really? Are they actually locked? Like will they lock?
Sometimes yeah. Or it'll at least tell you that the quantity isn't, like you're not able to do it. So it depends on the thing. I know it'll do it for the produce at my store. There was this one guy one time that had a bunch of. He bought a bunch of limes.
Yeah.
And I had to count them all out. He had over 100. I was so mad.
Did the computer freeze?
No, the computer didn't freeze, but I couldn't. In one transaction, I wasn't able to let him purchase all of them at the same time. It had to be split up between 2 different transactions. Although I found
you could only buy 50 limes.
Something like that. Although I found out afterwards that if I had just put in a quantity of 50, and then another quantity of 50, and then another quantity of whatever else was after the 100,
yeah,
it would have worked. as long as the quantity that I put in was not over 50 itself, then it was fine. It didn't matter how many was on his ticket.
Huh.
So I found that out.
Load and behold!
No, I got excited. I thought I saw cash in my thing.
In your what?
In my case, my phone case.
Oh. I was like, didn't you use that 10?
You did.
Alright, I'm not gonna bother shading everything. I'm just gonna shade to the degree that I think looks nice. Because that is a waste. Well, at least I think it's a waste. If you shade everything, you just keep shading, that's cool. You do your thing. I'm deciding to stop at this point. And then use the rest of the charcoal. There we go. Oh yeah, I need to sign my artwork. I had a friend once that always told me, you need to sign your artwork more. I'm like, why? It's not ever gonna be worth anything. And they're like, you're not! I think they just want me to sign my artwork just in case it was worth anything. Alright, what do you think?
I think it's really good.